Hallo zusammen, geht gleich los. Ich muss nochmal den Ton testen. Scheint alles gut zu klappen. Wir spielen heute den dritten Akt vom Archontenauftrag in Natlan. Ich habe überlegt, ob ich das Sub-Zero Festival zuerst spielen soll. Aber ich habe mich mal ein bisschen dagegen entschieden. Die Musik ist so laut. Ich bin sehr dafür, dass wir irgendwann Nahida besuchen. Das wird mich irgendwie so eine Wiedergutmachung für all die Jahre, die sie Geburtstag hatte und alle schlecht waren. Hier vorne fängt auch schon die Archonten-Quest an. Ich habe jetzt in diesem Patch noch kein Video hochgeladen. Wir hatten jetzt echt viel im echten Leben zu tun. Und das Sub-Zero Festival ist jetzt online und ich würde das auch gern angehen, aber ich weiß nicht, ob ich das aufnehmen kann. Da muss ich mal schauen, ob ich das zeitlich schaffe. Und genau, Xilonen ist jetzt schon einige Weile dabei. Ich finde ihr Design in-game richtig schön, aber ich habe jetzt nicht so das Bedürfnis gehabt, sie zu holen bislang. Ich habe sie ja noch nicht im Spiel getroffen. Ich lasse das erstmal sein. Ich habe ja überlegt, ob ich Nahida hole, aber ich bin mir selbst da nicht ganz sicher, ob ich die nochmal skippen soll. Genau. Wir gehen jetzt einfach in die Quest. Alle Namen sind edel, dritter Akt. Es gibt auch schon den vierten Akt, aber ich weiß nicht, ob ich den heute schaffe, wahrscheinlich gar nicht. Schauen wir einfach, wie weit wir kommen. Hier mal die Sachen klauen. Oh, na, oder doch nicht. Nicht klauen.
Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
Falls ihr was hört im Hintergrund, das ist die Spielmaschine.
Alright, thank you so much.
Ich habe auch gehört, dass Passagen nicht gevoiced sind in Englisch, wegen dem Streik in der USA noch. Aber das ist in Ordnung, solange Paimon redet.
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land.
Der hinter uns sieht sehr verdächtig aus.
Enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's the plan. We can finally stop and take a break.
Die Bedrohung durch den Abgrund ist noch lange nicht vorbei.
It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
Oh, es ist nicht steht auf Paimon. Hallo, hallo. Kachina redet nicht. Yep, jetzt ist sowieso nicht der richtige Zeitpunkt, um zu Hause zu bleiben und sich zu erholen. Ich wollte etwas tun und mithelfen. Ich habe gehört, der Pyro-Archon Krieger sammelt, die in entlegenen Gebieten ihm helfen. Okay. Ich habe all von den Dingen gehört, die ihr getan habt. Da alle so hart arbeiten, muss ich auch meinen Teil dazu beitragen. In Natlan habe ich bis jetzt nur die eine Quest bei den Kindern der Kindern der Echos gemacht und alle 3 Quests bei den Erben der Quellen, oder wie heißen die? Ja, dort im Wasserstamm, sage ich mal, habe ich die Quest komplett erledigt. Aber ich habe da noch nicht so viel gemacht. Xilonen hat mir erzählt, dass sie den Auftrag erhalten hat, ihr einen antiken Namen zu schmieden. Sie meinte, sie sei bereit und wir können jederzeit zu ihr gehen.
So we'll finally get to meet Xilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Ach, Xilonen ist eine wahre Meisterin. Sie kann nicht nur antike Namen schmieden, sondern auch alle möglichen neuen lustigen Dinge. Sie hat immer einen Stapel von Aufträgen auf den Tisch, sodass man normalerweise eine Weile warten muss, bis sie etwas fertigstellt. In diesem Fall hat sie jedoch ihren Zeitplan komplett über den Haufen geworfen, um deinen antiken Namen ihre volle Aufmerksamkeit zu schenken. Eine Anmeldung als Krieger ist bereits abgeschlossen. Jetzt muss ich nur noch auf die Antwort warten. Wenn es euch passt, können wir vielleicht zusammen Xilonen gehen. Zu ihr. Sie würde mich doch nicht ablehnen, oder? Ich meine, ich hoffe, sie würden das nicht tun.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Oh, vielleicht sollte ich ein Loch finden, in das ich mich verkrieche. Warum ist sie so schüchtern? Wie immer habe ich keine Ahnung, wohin es geht, ne? Also von der Quest her. Ich bin auch ein bisschen disconnected. Ich habe so mitbekommen, dass die Reaktion von Elektro und Eis gepatcht wird. Damit eben die ein bisschen stärker sind. Die Charaktere, die bestimmte Reaktionen benutzen. Aber ich habe mich noch nicht tiefer damit beschäftigt. Und ich habe gehört, Linny kommt vielleicht im nächsten Patch. Und das bringt alles durcheinander, was ich geplant habe. Vielleicht, ja, naja. Willkommen zurück. Das ist eigentlich schön, dass wir wieder nach vorne geschickt werden und jetzt mit der Quest wieder nach hinten. Ich finde dieses Gebäude da hinten einfach so cool. Das da. Nimm meine Liebe. Guten Tag. Sie redet hoffentlich, oder? Sonst muss ich das auf Japanisch stellen. Ich finde, Xilonen sieht in-game Front so schön aus. Da ist auch so ein bisschen Goldglitzer auf ihrem Bein und dieses. Sie hat auch so ein geometrisches Tattoo, aber golden und es sieht nicht aus wie ein Tattoo, es sieht aus wie ein Sticker. Ich kann mich dafür verbürgen, dass er den Namen eines Helden wirklich verdient hat.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So
Ihre Augen mag ich nicht.
you've already got quite the reputation.
Aber ich mag ihre Farben total gern.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no
Keiner
one
hat dir
told
das
me
gesagt.
that you're Outlanders.
Meinst du, der Pyro Archon hat es dir nicht gesagt?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Bist du sauer?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
Ja, wieso eigentlich?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Ich habe unzählige Heldentaten in ihrem Abenteuerhandbuch gesehen. Ich habe das Gefühl, sie können alles Mögliche
They were all
schaffen.
performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
Warum wollen die das unbedingt machen? Einfach, sie will eine Rückversicherung für den
Only
Traveler,
memories and
aber...
experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Warum habe ich das Gefühl, dass es schon einmal passiert ist?
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Ja, mal sehen, ob wir einen besonderen Weg finden, das durchzuziehen. Wenn wir es wirklich nicht schaffen, können wir immer noch mit dem Pyro-Archonten reden.
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Müssen wir die Anerkennung aller 6 holen?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Night Wind. The one we call Granny Citlali.
Oma.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Sie wird nicht glücklich mit uns sein.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah, at the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into 2.
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf.
Ja,
If you
bitte.
can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Bitten wir Kinisch, den Brief zu überbringen. Er versteht die ganze Situation.
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Großartig. Ich werde mich mit ihm in Verbindung setzen.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Okay, Doki.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime. Don't slip
Bam,
and
bam,
fall.
badam, badam, badam. China hat mir alles erzählt. Ich werde die Nachricht an die Meister des Nachtwinds überbringen und Citlali davon überzeugen, euch eine Chance zu geben. Ich werde dann auch gleich die Gelegenheit nutzen, ihr zu erklären, was mit dem Stein der sprechenden Geister geschehen ist. Und mich persönlich bei ihr entschuldigen.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
Aber es ist in Ordnung. Wir arbeiten schließlich alle für den Plan des Archons. jeder hier versteht, wie schlimm die Situation geworden ist. Machen wir hier einen Screenshot. Oh nein,
so
scheiße.
Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Yes. Muss ab und zu mal an das Thumbnail denken, das vergesse ich dann wieder. Weil wir alle gesehen haben, wie ein Held der Vergangenheit vor unseren Augen wieder erschien. Dann sagte Mualani, dass eine unermessliche Menge Wissen und Erinnerung plötzlich ihr Gehirn überfluteten. Der Pyro-Archon hat alles erklärt, als wir aus dem Königreich der Nacht zurückkehrten.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
Ich habe noch eine weitere Information zu verkünden. Wir haben die Person, die Capitano in der Arena des Heiligen Feuers gerettet hat, so gut wie identifiziert. Also sein Design ist immer noch sick. Sein Name ist Ororon. Und auch er ist ein Mitglied der Meister des Nachtwinds. Allerdings hat er die meiste Zeit seines Lebens allein in der Wildnis verbracht. Weit weg vom Stamm. Deshalb blieb sein Verschwinden auch unbemerkt. Als Citlali schließlich feststellte, dass er verschwunden war, hat man das ganze Weile von ihm gar nichts gehört.
Citlali knows him too?
Das stimmt. Ororon war ein Waisenkind, das vom Häuptling der Meister des Nachtwinds und vielen anderen gutherzigen Menschen seines Stammes aufgezogen wurden. Trotzdem hat er sein ganzes Leben lang einen etwas sonderbaren Ruf. Was heißt das sonderbar?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Ororon, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
Es ist richtig. In dieser Hinsicht haben Ororon und Citlali also einiges gemeinsam, weshalb sie sich auch recht gut verstehen.
Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
Derzeit konnten wir noch nicht feststellen, ob Ororon den Fatui freiwillig beigetreten ist oder ob er dazu gezwungen wurde. Citlali will wahrscheinlich unbedingt beweisen, dass Ororon kein Verräter ist. Also werde ich das zum Anlass nehmen, mit ihr zu sprechen. Der Kinich-Design ist so cool, aber ich kann nicht mit ihm spielen.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Ja, wenn ihr alle mit der Idee einverstanden seid, wird daraus eine für beide Seiten vorteilhafte Zusammenarbeit. Und nicht nur eine einseitige Bitte um Hilfe. Auch wenn ich nicht glaube, dass Citlali die Art von Person ist, die einen Befehl des Pyro-Archonten ablehnt. Die Zusammenarbeit mit uns wird ihr helfen, sich auf das Wesentliche zu konzentrieren und sich nicht von den Ereignissen von Ororon ablenken zu lassen.
Yeah. Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Poke Kanich. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Dann macht sich auf den Weg. Puss auf dich auf!
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Warte bis Vormittag in 2 Tagen. Können wir nicht machen. Wird Citlali auch nicht reden? Dann denke ich ja ernsthaft drüber nach, erstmal das Voice-Over umzustellen. Aber wenn sie reden wird, dann ist es, schätze ich, in Ordnung. Fragezeichen.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Ich liebe diesen Halt.
Xilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon.
Hallo!
I have bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanich a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not
Redet?
doing this with
Ja,
a
damit bin ich ja
response.
froh. Hallo Darkwolf. Du bist wahrscheinlich schon mit allem durch. Ich überlege mir gerade, ob ich Akt 4 spielen soll, wenn die zur Hälfte nicht reden.
But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
Geh in ein Auftragsmenü und mach ungestörtes Erlebnis. Das machen wir doch mal. Ich hoffe, dass Citlali nicht so ein Cringe-Charakter wird. Was meinen die denn mit exzentrisch? Hallo! Warte auf neuen Content. Ich bin so weit zurück, also. In die Saftbar.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually
Was ist das für eine Faust? Süß.
Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to
Paimon
come, she
lästert.
could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Citlali.
Hoch.
You're Citlali? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatstly. But emphasis on Eatstly, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
What the fuck? Warum sieht die dann so aus? Ich mache einen Screenshot. Weil sie so süß ist.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
Aber warum?
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting...
Ja, sei ruhig, Paimon. Sei einfach ein bisschen leise.
I just got a little mad since you thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Citlali. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house.
Huh?
It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. only to hear you all talking smack about me.
Axel war das.
Anyway,
Die
that's
ist
the
aber
whole
süß.
story.
Aber ich würde nicht aus ihr schlau
Honestly, it's
bislang.
not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
Okay, du machst nur awkward. Es wird nur mal schlimmer.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Vielleicht sollten wir was sagen. Naja, es klang wie ein Witz, aber ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich lachen soll. Oh Gott,
The
das ist
masters of the
awkward.
night ones said they struggled
Nein.
dealing with her. I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before.
Let me explain.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Ororon. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Ich mag ihre Zöpfe, aber ich wünschte, sie hätte hinten keine Haare. Ich würde gerne mal einen ganz kurzhaarigen Charakter sehen in Genshin, was unwahrscheinlich ist, aber obwohl Emily hatte ja kurze Haare, glaube ich. Das ist trotzdem selten.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Ororon back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Die grünsten Blätter des Waldes? Was soll das bedeuten?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Julia hat kurze Haare, das stimmt. Das ist aber schon ewig. Also Julia ist ja ein sehr alter Charakter. Es gibt aber sehr selten einen Charakter mit ganz kurzen Haaren. Deswegen hat mir dieser NPC bei dem Wasserstamm da so gut gefallen. Die mit dem kurzen Haaren und der Krankheit oder wie auch immer. Aber die hatte richtig kurze Haare.
In that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing.
Aber ich bin's gewohnt. Die weiblichen Charaktere in Videospielen haben immer unmöglich lange Haare. Also würde das nicht ewig dauern, die zu trocknen.
Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Ororon back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Okay, weil das habe ich mich immer gewundert, was Ich verstehe immer noch nicht das Konzept von diesem Königreich, warum es überhaupt gibt.
Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down Ororon.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Ororon's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here.
Citlalis Augenlider haben nochmal so eine Strichmarkierung. Deswegen sieht es gleichzeitig so aus, als würde sie ein neutrales Gesicht haben und eins, wo sie ein bisschen die Stirn runzelt oder so. Aber sie sieht eigentlich ganz cool aus. In-game.
I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Ororon was seen last.
Ich glaube, sie hat nur einen Rock an und den Bodysuit. Und dann hat sie dann nichts mehr dazwischen. Ist ganz schön luftig. Wie kann es sein, dass sie so blass ist? Okay, wahrscheinlich, weil sie in meinem Zimmer hockt. Tadam! Hast du dir Xilonen geholt, Dark Wolf? Ich habe sie einmal probiert, aber ich habe mir nichts durchgelesen. Ich weiß also nicht, wie sie funktioniert. Muss ich mir mal durchlesen. Allerdings habe ich auch nicht vor, sie zu holen, deswegen weiß ich nicht. Ich weiß nur irgendwie, dass sie ganz gut sein soll. Das ist alles.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information.
Ich mag ihre Haare so gerne. Ich hoffe, sie hat ein gutes Kit.
I doubt anyone would believe me.
Ist das Anemo oder Eis?
Signs of a fight.
Didn't Kenich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant. And the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
Wie alt ist sie? Sagt mal, mein Kind, und sie ist, dass er nur in den 20ern sei. Das ist seltsam.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements.
Ja, stimmt, die muss ja auch eigentlich abschließen, um irgendwie extra Primogens zu bekommen.
Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
Halten wir das Händchen?
Huh? How about now?
What do you see?
Kann sie sehen.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! Citlali might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh,
Paimon, sorry.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
Was ist das? Das ist Pharosan 2.0.
But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Ja, die macht sich irgendwelche Gedanken. so random. In meinem Kopf ist eine Stimme.
Citlali's voice?
Oh. Sie scheint dieselbe Stimme gehört zu haben. Das muss die Nebenwirkung sein.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Wir hören ihre Gedanken? Oh Gott. Also mir ist das ein bisschen nur unangenehm.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Sie ist ja echt süß. Ein bisschen.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yeah, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Die gucken sich an. Ich will das auch nicht hören, was du denkst. Das ist irgendwie ein bisschen zu intim.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Vielleicht hat Ororon zurückgeschlagen.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatili?
Er konnte sie wahrscheinlich nicht überwältigen.
Given there are two signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Er dreht sich einfach
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Ich hab's gehört.
Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
Also es funktioniert nicht in beide
You
Richtungen.
were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
Sie hat gar nichts
She
bemerkt.
did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect.
Die erklären das aber ganz schön genau, diese Telepathie-Ding-Sache.
If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Süß. Ich will noch mal ein Foto machen. Kurz gucken. Uäh. Abgesehen davon, dass ich ihre Haare hinten nicht mag, ansonsten mag ich eigentlich das Design ganz gerne. Ich weiß nicht warum, aber es erinnert mich an Sumeru ein bisschen, weil die Stiefel so offen sind wie bei, ist das bei Pharosans Stiefel oder so? Und dann dieses Tuch da in der Mitte wie bei Dori, keine Ahnung. Aber sie könnte auch jetzt auch aus einem ganz anderen Game kommen, so wie die aussieht. Und auch die ganzen Schmuckstücke an den Händen und so. Das erinnert mich auch ein bisschen an Sumeru. Das ist schon ziemlich hübsch.
Don't think there's anything here. How about we check out somewhere else?
Ah, ich sehe eine Kiste. Andermal. Treffen wir Ororon auch schon in der Quest? Oh je. Ich bin noch ahnungsloser als sonst, weil ich habe nicht mal den Trailer geschaut von dieser Version. Das mache ich eigentlich immer, aber diesmal habe ich es nicht gemacht.
Did you find something?
Die Spuren enden hier abrupt.
Huh. So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Seltsam.
So,
Außerdem...
You can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
What? Flüster mir nicht ins Ohr. Wer spricht da? Oh, wow. Weil the glitches. Das System ist broken. Hallo? Jetzt gehe ich wieder ins Königreich der Nacht. Oh je. Wow. Wieso bin ich plötzlich hier? Ich muss Hallo sagen.
I'm very sorry, but please.
Nicht anfassen!
I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Ororon, the one you've been searching for.
Wie bist du dem Gewahrsam der Fatui entkommen? Falls überhaupt.
The Fatui's custody.
Verstehe.
I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Capitano! Hallo, Bro.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Seine Stimme vibriert.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
Okay, und was möchtest du?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Der Capitano ist bestimmt vernünftig. Sonst würde er mich nicht einladen. Der weiß aber, dass ich immer Ärger mache. Und deswegen präventiv mal anruft.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
Ich weiß, dass Ororon so beliebt sein soll, aber ich finde ihn jetzt einfach nur so... finde ihn einfach so mittelmäßig. Tut mir leid.
If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
Östlich der Arena.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Also ist Citlali die Oma von dem oder so? Oder nennt er sie so?
Hey,
Alles in Ordnung. Es würde erklären, warum ich Paimon nicht hören konnte. Traveler ist schon ein hübscher Charakter, oder?
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground?
I don't know.
Okay?
Citlali! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
Nein, es war
Don't
mein
worry.
Kreislauf.
We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
Oh, nicht so schlimm. Oh, sie hat doch Eis. Das ist ziemlich cool. Ich von der Ferne dachte, es wäre Anemo. Ich könnte Citlali und Paimon noch die Wahrheit sagen, aber das würde bedeuten, dass ich die neue Spur aufgebe. Es wäre wohl besser, wenn ich erstmal nichts sage.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
I'm fine.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Auch wenn die Lage immer noch sehr dringend ist, machst du doch mit ihnen eine Pause. Auch für Ororons Worte hallen im Kopf nach. Währenddessen behält Citlali dich weiter im Auge.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Ich halte euch auf.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Okidoki. Das war interessant. Capitano ist schon ziemlich cool, aber heißt es, der Ororon hilft ihm ins Königreich der Nacht zu gehen und umgekehrt, oder? Ich verstehe einfach nicht die Story bislang. Es wäre ein bisschen ätzend, wenn Citlali erst wieder mit gefühlt mit dem letzten Patch rauskommt.
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Ororon. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
Das sieht genauso aus wie im Königreich der Nacht.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Ororon, der redet seltsam.
Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Okay.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their on
But...
my count. 3, 2, 1! Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Ich hätte gerne eine Probe mit ihr gehabt zu diesem Zeitpunkt. Oh, noch mehr. Du.
Let's get it on.
Went too far.
Ororon.
Granny.
Das ist echt komisch, dass der Granny sagt.
I know she's called Granny Xilonen, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
Vielleicht ist er wirklich der der Enkel.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Okay.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
Er hat einen Punkt.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorn vine. Given how
What?
hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Also ist das deren Humor?
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
Wir behandeln es also alle, als wären sie deine Onkel und Tanten, Opas und Omas.
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Ororon? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Wo liegt jemand abgetrennte
I'm
Köpfe?
sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance.
Oh, was?
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
Es ist jetzt hier 5 Minuten Schelte.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Ororon, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too
Selbstversorger.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
Oh.
Gar nicht. Die glaubt ihm auch jedes Wort, die scheint überhaupt nicht misstrauisch zu sein, was ihn angeht. Hui. Dann gehen wir wieder zurück, mal. Ich nehme mal diese Kiste an mich. Guten Tag.
Need a surfboard? Alright, let's finish this fast.
Let's blow bubbles! Eat this! Don't you might feel a little bit.
This was new.
A very nice treasure for a very lovely person.
Ich brauche noch diese Flöten oder was das ist. Goldpfeifen, genau. Davon brauche ich jede Menge, aber ich habe jetzt gerade so ziemlich 0. Deswegen.
Alright, let's finish this fast.
Na, süßer. Oh shit. Nein, nein. Ich dachte, ich fall runter. Ich kann nicht so gut steuern mit den Dinos, muss ich sagen. Ich bin immer durcheinander. Hier war ich auch noch nicht. Ich glaube, ich habe hier ein paar Sachen eingesammelt oder sowas, aber ich habe hier nichts gemacht. Oh, Entschuldigung. Dino. Wir gehen mal lieber. Da komme ich sowieso irgendwann hin, wegen den Nebenquests, war. 22. Gott, ich bin auf der anderen Seite. Wir erzählen alles, was passiert ist.
I see. So Ororon came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Ororon was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Was ist das für ein Sheriff? Er sagt, wenn du die richtigen Leute kennst, dann kannst du auch frei rumlaufen.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Ororon, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Ororon is settled, I'll go talk to Xilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
Wir zählen auf dich.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Come with me, Ororon. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
Mein neuer Enkel ist sehr höflich. Ja, wirf mir noch deinen vielsagenden Blick zu. Einmal meinen Screenshot. Können wir noch gebrauchen. Okay. Bei Ororon ist so auffällig, dass sein Design ist halt sehr schwarz. Im Vergleich zu den anderen Charakteren dort, weil die sind alle sehr bunt. Wenn ich nicht alles mit eigenen Augen gesehen hätte, wäre ich nie auf die Idee gekommen, dass er hinter den Rücken von Citlali so viel arrangiert. Paimon, ich muss dir was sagen. Ich habe Bauchschmerzen. Du ziehst Paimon zur Seite und erzählst, was du gesehen hast. Psst.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you?
Nein, der wollte mit mir chillen.
Oh, that Ororon. What is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
Bin nicht sicher.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Wohin der Rauch zieht, warte bis zum nächsten Tag. Und danke für Freundesanfrage. Würde ich wohl mal annehmen. Chasca, welcome home. Ja, viel Glück. Ich habe mal ein bisschen was von ihr schon gesehen. Irgendwo auf Instagram oder so. So, ihr habt Ororon gefunden. Um der Sache auf den Grund zu gehen, erklärt ihr euch bereit, euch mit ihm allein zu treffen. Was wollte aber Capitano dann bei Mavoika denn? Statt mit ihr zu reden, hat er sie ja direkt angegriffen und genervt. Hätte er ja nicht mit ihr kämpfen müssen. Hätte auch erstmal mit ihr reden können. Aber er hat auch irgendwas von der Schuld gesprochen, war eine Rechnung, die offen ist. Wahrscheinlich erklärt er uns das ja hoffentlich mal. Hui!
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
Ich goggle mal, wann Citlali rauskommt. Ich sag's euch nicht, aber... Wir sagen, sie kommt so gar nicht so weit hin. Wahrscheinlich 5-Sterne-Charakter. Hallo Schleicher.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing
Batman.
all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
Ororon hat ein Ohr auf seinem Kopf.
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
Hallo! Mir ist egal, was ihr von mir denkt, ehrlich gesagt, aber erzähl mal.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child
Oh,
told
das
me
ist doch
that
gar
you're
nicht so groß.
passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash, and that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Wieso?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person.
Die Musik, ey.
And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon
Drama piano.
Malvika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
Boah, dunkel. Hier, und jetzt nur das Piano zu. Hört sich zwar ähnlich wie die Fatui-Musik an, schon in die Richtung, aber so ein bisschen traurig der Klang am Anfang. Und dann ist es sehr dunkel.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes.
Oh, okay.
Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan.
Dum dum dum.
Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss.
Was ist der
We
Backup-Plan?
have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Das ist reiner Spekulatius.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa plan?
Ich glaube, die 2 Sachen sind, glaube ich, 2 verschiedene Dinge. Ich glaube, dass er von Tsaritsa den Auftrag, das göttliche Ding da zu holen, ist zwar sein Befehl, aber ich glaube, der will nicht, dass irgendwas mit Natlan passiert, oder hat er gesagt, das wäre auch folgenschwer für Tevat. Auch immer, was auch immer. Hat das göttliche Herz etwas mit dem Notfallplan zu tun?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa.
Aha, das ist jetzt immer weirder.
Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
Das ist interessant. Das heißt, er hat sie nicht angegriffen, wie ich gesagt habe vorhin. Warum hat er sie angegriffen? Sondern er wollte wirklich einfach das göttliche Herz haben. Für sich selber. Creepy. Und er hat gedacht, ich habe verloren, das ist es halt so.
I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Und?
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something! Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
Hä, wie ist er denn hergeflitzt?
Citlali! When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to.
Wollte schon sagen, wenn sie ihn schon als Kind kannte, dann müsste sie nicht wissen, was er so
How
treibt.
dare you go behind our backs like this, Ororon? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
Ich will nicht nochmal 10 Minuten Ansprache von ihr.
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself.
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Citlali! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later?
Ich wollte wissen, was sein Plan ist. Haben wir nichts zu erfahren.
Listen well, Ororon. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Ororon for me, okay?
Dreht und geht. Im entscheidenden Moment unterbrochen. Vielleicht erzählst du uns den Rest? Sei so lieb. Also wir haben ja nichts erfahren. Also es gab ja schon ein Interessantes darin.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Ororon. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time.
Warum ist seine Kapuze so unlogisch? Warum hängt die so an die Seite? Der muss sie festgeklammert haben, anders geht das ja nicht.
No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan?
Wie ein Kind.
Really? You're just going to stonewall me? Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
Es ist schon etwas peinlich.
It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
Well, that's an oddly specific analogy. Wait, did one of your friends really do that?
Yes. And every time my friend scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about us!
Indeed, you've got a point. Then please just hang in there for a little while longer. Granny should be done with her scolding session soon.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny.
Die kriegt hier gleich einen Herzinfarkt, die Frau.
Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me! Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Who's Aoife?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Aha, okay, noch mehr Background.
Seems they've started
Aber zu
talking
viele
about
Fragen.
some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Das stimmt mit dieser
I know
Stimme
you
nicht.
tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Ororon! Where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan.
Get back here this instant! Ororon! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa,
Okay.
That's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
Tja, hat uns nichts erzählt.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Oh, that brat.
Ororon würde ihm nicht folgen, wenn Capitano keinen Plan hätte. Wir können uns jetzt nicht treffen, aber es geht wohl schnell, wenn wir uns direkt an den Pyro-Archon wenden, um zu überprüfen, was Capitano gesagt hat. Ich spüre, dass Ororons Sturheit Citlali tief verletzt hat. Ich muss einen Weg finden, sie zu trösten, das ist doch nicht mein Problem. Und vielleicht will ja, das war alles sehr verwirrend.
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Sie hat sich sehr aufgeregt. Ihre Stimme hat in meinem Ohr wehgetan.
Need a surf? Let's ride!
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Was zum Essen wäre auch nicht schlecht.
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk.
Alles
Drinks are on
gut.
me.
Paimon kann uns einladen.
How did this become Paimonville? Citlali looks quite down on herself. All right. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that? So you can just sit back and enjoy, Citlali. Paimon will take care of it.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Oh, Citlali ist immer süßer.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us. But Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Citlali.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Yes. Das klingt cute. Jetzt erzählt sie uns ein bisschen mehr über Ororon, gehe ich davon aus, weil das fehlt uns ein wenig. Also er Der benimmt sich ein bisschen seltsam, aber das macht sie ja auch. Und ich denke, dann müsste der Akt abgeschlossen sein, eventuell. Ich frage mich, ob man Capitano spielen kann. Ob der spielbar wird. Ich hab meine Zweifel, aber... Mal gucken, hier ist irgendwas gewesen. Übrigens, hab goldene Apfelstreifen vom McDonalds Event. Könnt ihr das glauben? Ich auch nicht. Das war so, meine Mutter, die wohnt in Amerika und ich habe ihr aufgetragen, in McDonalds zu essen, um ihr den Code zu besorgen, was gar nicht so einfach ist, weil sie hat das irgendwie am 3. Tag des Events gemacht. Falls ihr das nicht wisst, es gab eine Kollaboration zwischen McDonalds in der USA und GENSHIN IMPACT, um Linnys Flügel zu bekommen. So. Was ist das denn? Oh. Und man bekommt dann auch in-game eine Apfeltasche sozusagen oder wie auch immer. Und sie hat das irgendwie am 3. Tag oder am 4. Tag gemacht und hat dann 2 Wochen oder so keinen Code bekommen. Und dann haben wir den Support angeschrieben über Ticket und dachten, wir kriegen den nicht mehr. Und dann 2 Tage, bevor die Aktion abgeschlossen war, oder 3 Tage, keine Ahnung. Das kann ich eigentlich sagen, wann das war. Weil das hier steht. Das war... Genau. Am 27.09., 27. September haben wir das bekommen und sie hat das Ding gekauft, irgendwie am 7. oder keine Ahnung. Also ich weiß es nicht mehr so, aber es hat ewig gedauert und ich habe nicht gedacht, dass die sich nochmal melden. Und dann haben sie doch den Code geschickt, dann war ich ganz happy. Ist mir jetzt erst eingefallen, weil ich jetzt die Apfeltaschen gesehen habe im Inventar. Was kochen wir denn noch? Hier Schokolade. Haben wir noch nicht so oft. Wir haben nicht mehr so viel Mehl. Ich wollte nur das Ding voll kriegen. Super. Ach, das hat nicht so viel Aufwand gekostet. Du musst nur mit der App ein Menü bestellen und dann kriegst du euch das Ding. Aber, Citlali hat eine Flasche Wein gelernt. Das war nicht so das Problem. Aber das gewartet danach und dann dachte ich, okay, wir melden uns einfach mal beim Support, der Code kommt nicht an. Und dann haben wir einfach ein Ticket geschrieben und das einfach abgeschickt, also über die App. Und dann habe ich einfach nur gewartet und dann kam nie was und, ja. Aber jetzt habe ich die Flügel, bin ganz happy. Und meine Mutter ist nicht versiert in technischen Dingen, das war für sie auch eine Challenge.
Do you see 2 people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other.
Ist sie besoffen?
Are they twins?
Das ist sehr süß. So sehe ich ohne Brille. Ungefähr.
Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss.
Venti 2.0.
Do you think
Ja, klar.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, danke, Chanka. Bist du am Flirten?
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Citlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Night.
Also sie ist wirklich sehr alt.
Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Also sie ist wirklich, sag ich jetzt mal, ein paar hundert Jahre alt vielleicht. So ist jetzt meine Schätzung.
Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chanka?
Oh, please, Granny. I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
Citlali kippt noch ein paar Gläser. Oh Gott. Ihr fragt euch, ob sie wirklich betrunken ist oder eher über ein komplexes Problem nachdenkt. Sie ist definitiv betrunken. Oh Gott, oh Gott. Dieser was?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny?
Are you still with us, Citlali?
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans. I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Citlali, you're not a monster at all.
Okay, die ist total...
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. New kid. Yeah, you.
Oh, sie ist ziemlich lustig.
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find Phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Oh, ist sie so süß? Wenn wir besoffen ist. Wir haben noch keine richtigen... Oh, wir hatten schon eine Besowski, ein paar Betrunkene in diesem Spiel, aber das war dann eher im Event.
More like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all
Paimon
right.
sieht betrübt aus.
You can always rely on old Granny.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
She's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes.
In which pair? Rot, die Farbe der Gefahr. Bist du wach?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl. Hang on, just keep it in. Phew. Okay, it's passed.
Oh Gott.
That was a close one.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
Ich glaube, es ist besser, wenn sie kotzt an diesem
How
Zeitpunkt.
embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up. Not once.
Mhm. Nick, nick, nick.
Are you feeling okay?
Die geht ein bisschen besorgt
Take a
weg.
quick walk and get some fresh air?
Warum sind die Lüste?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Hm.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
The usual.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Surely you know the feeling too?
Actually,
Sollen wir es ihr jetzt erzählen?
Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Also, Citlali. Hör aufmerksam zu. Versuch dich nicht aufzuregen. Jetzt erzählen wir alles. So objektiv und neutral wie möglich. Von dem Tag, als Citlali einen Teil ihrer Sinne über einen Zauberspruch mit euch geteilt hat, sodass ihr vorübergehend ihre Gedanken hören konntet. Ich glaube, das hätten sie nicht sagen müssen.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much. It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing.
What the?
So that, happens to you a lot.
Ja, Aoife kommt doch vorbei.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Hier kommt noch an, was sie in diesem Pyjama gemacht hat. Geht es dir gut?
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Okidoki.
Completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
Interesting. Sie schreit mir zwar ins Ohr, aber sie ist ganz lustig. Die wird bestimmt viele Herzen erobern. Oh, nicht mein Herz. Das ist hart wie Stahl. Ich brauche meine Wünsche. Aber ich weiß nicht genau, ob ich Linny pullen soll, Nahida pullen soll oder was auch immer. Mavuika kommt ja auch noch. Ah, too much. Ich kann nicht so schnell schreiben. Die Leute haben einfach keine Geduld, weil sie alle mit ihrem PC spielen. Kennt ihr das, wenn die Leute schreiben einen Satz und dann 3 Sekunden später schreiben sie ein Fragezeichen? Während ich schon am Tippen bin. Tadam, tadam. Wo ist denn der Eingang? Ich folge jetzt einfach der Strichspur. Sowieso. Oh, oh, machen wir jetzt wieder. Das erinnert mich an die Quest von... wie heißt sie? Oh Gott, mein Gehirn. Wir müssen jetzt kurz hier schauen. Und ich muss mich kurz erinnern. Wie heißt die alte nochmal? Chiori, genau, Chiori, so. Jetzt habe ich's. Hat ein bisschen gedauert.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Also, echt ein schönes Bild.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
Was ist denn mit ihr los?
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
Was denn die Wahrheit?
You're just a regular person.
Glaub nicht.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that. And people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
Haben sie auch nicht
That's
kämpfen
because
sehen.
you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Xilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Ororon didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Ororon's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Ororon and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Ororon's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Ororon's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Ororon into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Ororon would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Eine lebende Person ins Königreich der Nacht schicken?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Ororon, would be sacrificed in the process.
Das ist der Backup-Plan. Sonst, das wäre mich dann dann wäre das verständlich, warum Capitano ihn von allen Leuten rausgefischt ist, weil er halt diese Besonderheit hat. Allerdings, was ich überhaupt nicht mag an der ganzen Story, sind diese ganzen Konzepte, die geöffnet werden und immer wieder ein Konzept wird mit dem anderen erklärt und jetzt gibt es wieder was Neues, so ein neues Ritual, was plötzlich gibt. Es gibt es wahrscheinlich schon länger, aber was ich meine, ist das für Storytelling ist das sehr überfordernd. Vor allem das auch mit dem Wiedergeborenwerden und so, das ist auch schon so ein sehr schweres Konzept, was eigentlich schon eine ganze Story füllen konnte, aber die machen dann so viele andere Konzepte auf mit dem Königreich der Nacht und wo die Seelen lang wandern und wie auch immer zersplittern können und dass Fragmente überleben und irgendwann sind die Seelen nicht mehr da und alles Mögliche und das macht mein Gehirn ganz kaputt.
I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears.
Und dann noch Way Up ist auch wieder so ein Konzept und mein Gehirn.
When the chief asked for my
opinion, das ist so.
I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Ororon escaped with his life. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Ororon would probably be dead.
Und warum war sie nicht successful?
Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction and absolutely relieved by the result.
Und die können sehen, dass seine Seele zersplittert ist? Was bedeutet das überhaupt? Das ist auch so weird.
The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Ororon would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Dann ist es auch so, dass die meisten Spieler nicht mal das Konzept von Leylines verstehen. Selbst ich check das nicht, das Fluss der Elemente, was genau ist das überhaupt? Und warum ist es ausgerechnet da beschädigt? Wegen dem Einfluss des Abgrunds oder wegen was anderem? Also das ist für mich alles so ein bisschen schwierig zu fassen, weil es nicht konkreter wird. Weil die in der Geschichte auch nicht irgendwas verraten wollen, was später ein schönes, also eine schöne, wie heißt es, eine schöne Überraschung ist. Also die Geheimnisse von Tevat werden sowieso nicht alle auf dem Servierteller gegeben, aber manchmal ist es anstrengend.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Ororon has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become.
Okay. Danke, Darkwood. Also nächsten Akt sozusagen. Ich finde es ein bisschen schade, dass sie sich schämt, dass sie falsch gehandelt hat oder nicht gehandelt hat. Und er schämt sich, dass er nicht erfolgreich war. Das ist super toll.
Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Das ist aber nur Mutmaßung.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Ororon into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back. You don't look so good, Citlali. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Okay, jetzt wurde aber wenigstens aufgeklärt, warum sie sich so sehr aufgeregt hat. Ich dachte, sie ist einer der Ältesten in ihrem Stamm und sie wollte sich nur für den Jüngeren einsetzen, aber die hat sich ja so mega aufgeregt. Also liegt das eher daran, dass sie sich für ihre Vergangenheit entschuldigen will oder zu sehr auf ihn aufpasst.
It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good.
Die ist aber ganz süß. Komischer Charakter.
Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard. You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Ein Anime-Moment. Wir sind jetzt Freunde.
Ororon's probably not the
Oh,
captain
tut mir leid, das ist ein bisschen cringy. Ja,
about the backup plan? Do you really
wir
believe
sprechen es erstmal direkt an.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning.
Oh nein. Oh.
Go to bed.
Oh. Ach, ungestörtes Erlebnis, wir träumen, oder? Ich dachte, wir sind fertig mit der Quest, deswegen wollte ich hier rüber, weil ich auch das Material von diesem Viech brauche. Wir gehen gleich da rein. Ja, es gehört noch zum Akt. Machen wir jetzt auch noch fertig. Noch eine Stunde? Entschuldigung. Mal gucken, ob ich das auch noch schaffe. Wir haben noch keine Cutscene gehabt. Vielleicht ist das noch was kommen sollte. Hallo? Warum seid ihr so laut? Ich höre gar nichts. Ist alles wie immer. Oh oh. Oh oh.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive. Especially after all the drinking last night.
Gott, das ist der nächste Tag.
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing.
Ich frage mich, warum sie keinen Kater hat.
Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move. I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Night Wind. I need to head back right away.
The Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here.
Was machen wir wegen Ororon?
I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation. But I should be able to convince them to let me go back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Xilonen right away. Don't worry. I never forget a promise to a friend.
Be careful.
Thank you. All right, I need to start heading back.
Deine Entscheidungen beeinflussen, welche NPCs nach dem Krieg noch existieren und welche nicht mehr. NPCs? Aha. Das ist nicht mehr zu. Das ist ein bisschen zu viel Spoiler, glaube ich.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on.
Ich habe eh noch nicht mit allen NPCs geredet. Von daher werde ich ihm wohl ein paar opfern. Das ist schon in Ordnung.
Traveler, over here! Perfect. Our star Outlander has appeared.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills.
Okay, schicken wir die jetzt alle in irgendwelche...
Can we get a quick rundown of the situation
Oh Gott.
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now, but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chasca and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Mulalani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together.
Ich habe einiges erfahren.
Yeah, that does sound important. No worries. Just leave the Children of Echoes to us. Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished.
That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay.
It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone.
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
It's alright. She's just looking out for everyone. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others.
Oh Gott, ich bin noch nicht bereit.
Need a surfboard?
Guten Tag, Marika.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across Natlan are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
Wir haben Capitano getroffen.
What?
so, what? Tja.
So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
Kann ein göttliches Herz schaffen, was Capitano uns erzählt hat.
I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function, but there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret.
Die Geheimnisse, die gehen,
use the power of the Gnosis to
sind nicht
save
mehr
that
geheim.
man, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident.
Tja, schwer zu sagen.
The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture.
Wahrscheinlich ist ja wahrscheinlich ein stärkeres Argument dagegen für das Land, weil das Land sehr nationalistisch ist. Aber wahrscheinlich sieht der Capitano das schon anders, da alles irgendwann zerstört wird.
Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end.
Aber es hat genauso viele Risiken,
Now,
also
it's true.
super.
Both plans come at a risk, but after weighing our options, this is our best bet. Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty, not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live on this continent. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Oh,
Er wusste es wahrscheinlich schon früher.
the captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question for us.
Wir müssen die letzte Lösung ermitteln.
Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me, even if just for a second.
Yes, yes.
Even a little. We would never. Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
You scared Paimon. You've really got a lot of guts, Traveler.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mawika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way. As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great. Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Die jüngste Anschläge des Abgrunds.
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines. I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people feel emboldened, that's just a bonus. Anyway, even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences.
Okay. Königreich der Nacht der Zwangsevakuierung.
I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
Viele werden freiwillig kämpfen wollen.
Yes, but that won't be the only response. In any case, that's for me to worry about. I'll let you know when we have more information on the captain.
All right, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with Moani. She can't be too far ahead.
Alles klar, wir gehen. Pass auf dich auf.
No need to worry about me.
Okay. Machen wir hier kurz eine Pause. Ich komme gleich wieder. Schau mal kurz. Okay, mach kurz eine Pinkelpause, dann komme ich wieder. Hol mir was zu essen. So, flackernde Licht. Alright. Dann gehen wir jetzt rüber. Ich habe mir einen Apfel geschält und mir getrocknete Mango geholt. Ich wollte eigentlich Popcorn, aber ich habe kein Popcorn mehr. Das ist auch echt unpraktisch, Popcorn beim Spielen zu essen, ganz ehrlich. Macht überhaupt keinen Sinn. Aber ich hatte Lust auf was Salziges. Und wenn es wirklich so ist, dass die NPCs dann beeinflusst werden, dann ist das eigentlich okay, weil ich verstehe, dass die wahrscheinlich zeigen wollen, dass der Traveler nicht alle retten kann.
Kachina, how many people do you have left?
Die haben es alle rausgeschafft. Was denn? What's
the situation?
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
We'll go together.
Oh, alle. Okidoki. Es gibt auch keine Musik, das ist sehr beunruhigend. Na, 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 na. Oh.
Stay safe. We've got this. Hear the echoes of the valley.
Ach, wir haben wirklich die Probecharakter. Das ist seltsam. Ich weiß übrigens nicht genau, wie Xilonen funktioniert, deswegen weiß ich nicht. Ich drücke aber ihre Fähigkeit. Was machst du eigentlich? Oh, hätten das Ding einfach zerschlagen sollen, ja?
I really thought I was done for. I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss isn't after Mora.
That should be the last abyssal pylon near the Children of Echoes.
Das ist schrecklich, wir haben es geschafft.
By the way, where's Citlali? I thought she would come with you.
The Masters of the Nightwind also got attacked, so she went back to help her tribe. She said we can deal with the ancient name later.
Yeah, that makes sense. The attacks are more urgent. Alright, this isn't a good place to talk. Let's head back to the tribe.
Let's ride.
Sorry, ich nasche ein bisschen. Ich versuche es nicht zu laut zu tun.
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here sooner.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons as a team.
Ich hatte dabei nicht die Führung. Trotzdem zeigt das, dass die Zelten und Stationieren... dass das Zelten und Stationieren in der Wildnis eine ziemlich gute Idee war. Auf dem nassen Gras zu schlafen war echt ungemütlich, aber es hat sich gelohnt. Die Lage ist echt
You
schlecht.
mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but more and more people are realizing something's wrong. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and...
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something.
You really are an eternal optimist, Mualani. You always find a way to cheer people up.
Why, thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
Wir haben ein paar Dinge erfahren, die ihr wissen solltet. Und die 6 Helden haben dann jeweils immer ein Element, oder?
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price.
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him.
Es liegt daran, dass unser Plan zu riskant ist. Wir wissen nicht mal, ob die 6 Helden rechtzeitig wieder vereint sein
We
werden.
talked to Malika before we left the stadium. According to her, the cost of the captain's plan is too high. And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it.
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. When I was upset about Kachina's disappearance, she was really sincere and patient with me. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina. She's already proven how much she values even a single person's life. When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seems like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it?
True Story. Das frage ich mich auch. Stammt er nicht aus Snezhnaya? Warum sollte die Fatui an der Rettung Natlans interessiert sein?
This is all super confusing.
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, we'll have our answer.
Let's head back then. Malika said her intelligence officers should return soon. With how many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give something away.
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we just might get to the bottom of the whole thing.
I was just about to ask. Count me in. If I was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt. People who could help us in the next battle. It's all a chain reaction. Register? Nah. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do... You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. Alright. See you all later. Let's get together and celebrate once this is over.
Oh, you betcha!
Jetzt müssen wir wieder zurück. Das war auch ein kurzer Ausflug. Ach scheiße, ich muss auch noch den Abgrund mal spielen oder so. Naja, alles zu seiner Zeit. Nein! Ich wollte jetzt noch nicht teleportieren, weil die Musik so hübsch ist. Aber ich mach gleich. Auftrag. Hier war ich noch nicht. Guten Tag. Plündere die einfach aus. Campen in der Wildnis ist gefährlich, wurde mir gesagt. nicht getroffen. Zwei, die kann ich bestimmt craften. Oh, hier ist eine Truhe. Holen wir die auch noch. Und dann mach ich ihn.
Alright, let's finish this battle.
Aua.
I told you today's our lucky day.
So, Kammer des Sprechers. Delete.
Carving waves. Marika! Oh, Chasca and Chuychu are here. Wait, are you okay, Chuychu?
I'm fine. No need to worry.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what happened.
Oh. Oh, ist das Chasca Probelauf?
Watch out.
Oh.
It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers. Over there. Do you see?
You're right. That's a traveling group from Natlan. Could they be trading for something? Let's keep observing for now.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Thank you so much. I wish there was something we could give you.
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help. If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from Natlan.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
But...
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
We would have employed die Ausdrucksweise.
Got it. We'll get going now.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro Archon is looking for?
Exactly. We could be onto something big. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't sense an ulterior motive. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Natlan. But based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the truth.
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui this whole time.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's really going on.
So this is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
Koichi, wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through all the guards?
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming.
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your back if you go in alone.
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, we can still figure out what the Fatui are planning.
True.
That intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your limit. I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure you can say the same.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui hideout all on your own sounds more reasonable. Growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble. I'm not sure you can say the same.
All right. If we start arguing, this will never end. We can't let this opportunity go to waste.
Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only capable young person from our tribe. I can handle this.
All right, same plan as usual. We split up, communicate with hand signals, make sure our blind spots are covered, and support each other once we strike. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
Luke drauf. Süß. Okay. Tippelt da vor sich hin.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's signal. Now.
Oh Gott, die Musik. Von Windflucht.
Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need to act.
Oh. Ich wusste nicht, was ich drücken muss. Ich wollte eigentlich naschen.
Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui.
Oh Gott, ich krieg Stress.
She should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal. That's it. Now's my chance.
Ich hab keine andere Wahl, warum muss ich auf was drücken?
It's no use staying in one place. I should keep moving. Looks like Chasca is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal.
Bam, bam. Bam, bam.
Time to move. Whew. That was close. Almost got caught. Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance.
Als würden die irgendein Schleichgame spielen. Mhm.
I made it! That'll show my sister. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it.
Huh? Oh, sie hat die gekillt.
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode? Oh,
Das hat sich sehr überzeugend angehört.
What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing.
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've probably had enough of this job already. The people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. Come get me, Chasca. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Smart idea. All right, time to move. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming! I checked, and this way is completely clear. It should lead us to the deepest part of this place.
Das hätte sie auch alles überspringen können. Das hat mir nur Stress gemacht. Hätten ab hier weiter filmen sollen.
Well, I was pretty helpful, right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends on it.
I was wrong, Koichi. You've done well.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it? Now I look like the mean one.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. The more time we waste, the more dangerous this becomes.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll drop it. Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people. I doubt it's because they're interested in our culture and history.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even people from Natlan don't know how to use it.
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for.
Also ist Capitano doch der Drache von Natlan. Also, weiß ich nicht.
Took us
Weird.
long enough. Come on.
Back? Back where? Should we keep following?
You really want to keep going?
Of course. We make a good team, don't you think?
What was that sound?
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Time to go.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? You'll regret that! After them!
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of something. It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right? So my perfect record remains.
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know. I'm already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the source mechanism. The device is a complete mystery, even to us. What does the captain want with it?
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. Xilonen, I need you to gather every scholar in Natlan familiar with the secret source.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your patients waiting at the speaker's chamber. I prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
My patience. That's so nice of them. Guess that means I'm doing something right.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for Natlan. I should take Koichi home now.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept. Thank you, Archon.
What am I gonna do with you?
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snacks!
The best stuff's always at the bottom. Faster! Need a surfboard?
Nach Hause.
I'm taking Koichi home. With our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make sure she actually rests.
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collapse. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a hotel, you're not gonna rush out the minute you hear the alarm?
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mhm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, but I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard or tiring the work gets.
Dann musst du dich erst um dich
I
kümmern.
guess you're right, but I don't have to like it.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chasca from doing something dangerous.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you understand why your own sister would feel the same way about you?
The two of you are the same, you know?
Ja, ziemlich.
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
No.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. Maybe I rush into things without thinking, but I learned that from her. We're family. I can't help it if my older sister is a bad influence.
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
Neither of us are really the type to back down, so we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along in our own way.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize I was right all along. I just need to wait.
Be my guest. Come on, let's get you home. See you later, Traveler and Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
Bis bald.
Bye, you two. Take care of yourselves out there.
Thank you. Oh, schönes Bild.
Those two will probably make up for real at some point, right? Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything that we know so far.
Wir versuchen Capitanos Ziel zu analysieren. Kehre Schritte. Oh, Citlali.
Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh, is there something you need from us?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Awesome! Just give us your orders!
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Oh yeah, you mentioned how Ororon has always wanted to save Natlan, and something about his soul being fragmented. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Ororon is probably back with the captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, I confirmed it myself. Ororon came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
Hat irgendwas gesagt?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
I'm surprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. I kept these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by random houses right and left. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Ororon is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look. Remember how I said Ororon's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it stable, and this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Ororon is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him. You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and he happens to be very good friends with Ororon. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Ororon would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't, but I can. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much more subtle. He won't notice anything.
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Ororon's memories in this gem.
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who taught him everything he knows?
That's amazing, Citlali.
Schauen wir erstmal, was drin ist, oder? Vielleicht steht da eine Nachricht, danke für, ich hab dir nichts zu sagen.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down. I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this? You can be honest.
That's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again. But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger. I don't scare that easy. Still, if I back away from this and something happens to Ororon, I would never forgive myself. I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good. I don't care, and I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect their own.
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you if you want.
Did you just say you'll come with me?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we?
Ja. Weil wir einfach, weil ja.
Fine. You can come. Just promise me you'll see this through. No backing out.
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers.
Then I place my trust in your professionalism. All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some, unwanted spying. You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice. Are you ready?
Hola. Das machen wir auch noch. Das ist echt lange.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future.
Oh no. Das ist sehr sympathisch. Ich rede leider mit meinen Topfpflanzen auch so. Im Inneren.
And you?
Sag mal, guck mal, ein neues Blatt.
Too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going, Ororon?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chasca's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope you two didn't get into a huge fight.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
The Fatui?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone, but I wouldn't go around asking too many questions. If you run into them, be careful.
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Okay.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying, and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning.
Interesting. Grummelt.
I've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way. I can't describe it.
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? Is he sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines? How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for Granny.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there's no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm?
Also Capitano wird ja recht stark personalisiert, also personifiziert gerade.
I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates referred to him as the captain. Never heard of him before. And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. What is he gonna do?
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this fails.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Er wollte gar nicht mit ihr reden.
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish to do this?
Taco.
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do?
Boom.
They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top? Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines. It's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
Als ob eine Seele flüchten würde?
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out and bite.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. Can she really save us? The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So, I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe. So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange? Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Xilonen, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub. And the Wyub are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul, a sense of justice.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined.
Er nimmt einfach ihn, um die Informationen zu besorgen.
Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan. I see. Interesting approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Oh, okay. Sind wir jetzt wieder zurück in der Gegenwart? Das war viel interessanter. Citlali, vielleicht kann sie uns jetzt sagen, was sie weiß.
Traveler, Paimon. Are you two alright?
Paimon's fine, just, a little dizzy.
Alles in Ordnung mit dir?
Of course. I'm so mad at him.
Was sind das für Bilder?
After everything, he still can't let go of the past. For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, self-righteous fool. Where's that gonna get him? Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson, as they say.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Huh, that kid's got nothing on me.
Okay.
Anyway, back to what we just saw. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to reconstruct the ley lines? What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Oh, wie kommen wir jetzt darauf? Auf das abwegigste Konzept, was wir irgendwann vorgestellt bekommen haben.
Manipulate the ley lines. Everyone in Natlan will be affected.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Ororon's memory proves that.
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Moeka about this right away.
Yes, she needs to know about this.
Now. Dann gehen wir mal hoffen, dass da nicht irgendwie Ärger ist. Ach, das war's. Kapitel 5, Akt 3. Ai. Ich würde zu gern zu ihr reingehen, aber... Das war schon hilfreicher übrigens. Ich will mal hier oben drauf klettern, weil ich das noch nicht gemacht habe. Falls das überhaupt geht. Bestimmt einen einfacheren Weg, wa? Ne, geht nicht. Mal vielleicht rüberfliegen.
Need a surfboard?
Von der Mitte kann man wahrscheinlich hochklettern. Ich will es nur mal kurz probieren, aber ja, ich würde jetzt, glaube ich, den nächsten Akt jetzt noch nicht starten. Mal gucken, wie viel Uhr haben wir? 19:04 Uhr. Nee, ich mach dann einen Feierabend. Wird er gekocht. Oh, Schatztruhe.
The best stuff's always at the bottom.
Alte Top. Okay, da müsste man auch irgendwie hochkommen, wa? Sieht auch aus wie ein Desaster, das zu versuchen. Kann man auf die Dinger drauf? Nee, kann man nicht. Dann kann man das gar nicht, oder? Hm. Oh shit. Nein! Nicht doch! Scheint aber auch nichts da zu sein, was man sammeln könnte. Ich dachte, vielleicht gibt es da oben was. Wie immer. Aber man kann nicht auf die Teile drauf. Oder? Doch, kann man doch. Warte, ich versuch's nochmal. Wenn es nicht geht, dann geht's nicht. Also, ich würde mir jetzt nicht daran festbeißen. Ich befürchte nicht. Ich schau mal auf der anderen Seite. Und nicht ihre beiden Pläne irgendwie kombinieren und sagen, okay, wir reparieren irgendwas und dann leben wir einfach alle wieder. Ich weiß es nicht. Also einfach ein bisschen crazy. Ich habe Rückkehrerbelohnung bekommen. Riesige Schatztruhe. Was? Darauf kommst du über den Turm, wo die große Fackel ist. Ach, Evil habe ich nicht gesehen. Ich weiß nicht, ob du schon weg bist, aber danke dir. Oh, hier nicht. Also die Schatztruhe haben wir, aber ich meine ganz oben. Oh, ein Zeichen. Achso, es markiert sogar, dass ich Kachina benutzen soll. Logisch eigentlich. Es weist mir den Weg. Na, hier sind wir ja schon gewesen. Und hier ist nichts drauf, also war es die einzige. Ich würde mal meine Pyro-Siegel abgeben. Okay, So, schauen wir noch mal den Pass. Ich habe gerade mal Level 9. Noch nicht mal Level 10 erreicht. Da, wo wir angefangen haben. Ah, wir haben jetzt bestimmt Belohnung. Juhu. Das war richtig, ich habe nur mich verdrückt. Was haben wir denn noch? Hier müssten wir auch noch machen. Gemaltes Chaos und...
You can only do so much on your own, but with a group
Tja, ich glaube, ich mache jetzt die Quest auf jeden Fall nicht weiter. Muss mal kurz meine Energie leer machen. Und ich weiß jetzt noch nicht genau, was ich machen will. Habe ich überhaupt Lust auf Abgrund? Ich werde kurz die Energie platt machen und dann schauen. Ein bisschen freispielen, weil ich bis fast die ganze Zeit verbracht zuzuhören. Wohl ganz rauf? Und wie geht das? Muss man dem wahrscheinlich den Dingern... Ich mache das dann gleich. Ich folge dann den Dingern mit Kachina und dann finden wir raus. Danke für den Hinweis, weil ich habe da nichts gesehen. Noch eine größere Kiste. Sorry, ich bin ein bisschen langsam in den Chat zu schauen. Das war jetzt, wie ich hier rübergelaufen bin. Ach, mit dem grünen Saurier. Als ob ich das schaffen würde. Oh nee, das wollte nicht sperren, hat LP. Ich habe heute schon im Stream gesagt, dass ich mit dem grünen Saurier nicht richtig springen kann, weil ich mache einfach zu viel Mikrobewegungen und der ist mir zu empfindlich. Mit dem grünen Saurier, hm. Aber warum wird dann die Energie an der Wand entlang dargestellt? Ossi. Ein lustiger Name. Kachina.
Wow! I can join the...
Yes, you can join. Aus reinem Eigennutz. Lass los. Ups. Ups, das wäre fast in die Hose gegangen. Kachinas Waffen muss ich auch noch auf 90 bringen. Mir fehlen halt die Mats so von den Viechern, weil ich nicht so viel erkundet habe. Und Events habe ich auch nicht gespielt. Moment mal. Da bekommen wir Belohnungen, sind jetzt nichts Besonderes, ne? Sondern das ist noch Kenntnis. Aber gab es eine Waffe? Nee. Laut letzten Patch. Hätte ich auch vorher so machen können, das wäre viel einfacher gewesen. Aber mit dem Dino. Also musst du eigentlich den grünen Dino bis hier oben mitbringen. Ganz oben sollte, wenn mich nicht recht erinnere, ein Saurier-Symbol sein. Nein, das ist irgendwo anders. Oder nur, wenn ich alle Dinger da sammle. Ich sammle die mal. Aber ich glaube, die sind immer da. Ich weiß, dass hier ein Saurier ist, aber das ist nicht der richtige. Oh, Fernseher beschwert sich. Ich glaube, das ist nichts mehr hier. Nee, der taucht ja immer wieder auf. Nee, da kann man nicht mal drauf. Also man kann ja auch nur wirklich springen, ne? Ich glaube, die Saurier sind da nördlich. Vielleicht finden wir einfach unten ein. Aber ich glaube, ich schaff's nicht mal bis da oben hin, wenn ich den Saurier nehme. Ich gehe mal auf dieses steife Ding, was einfach in der Luft steht. Kurioserweise. Ja, da gab es ja nur einen Gesteinssaurier. Kann man mit dem auch dann da hoch? Uah. Kann man sich verbrennen? Oh scheiße, ja kann man. Wir machen jetzt Experimente, als sei ich das erste Mal in Natlan. Ich glaube, auf der anderen Seite ist auf jeden Fall irgendein Jumpsaurier. Vielleicht da oben. Das klingt vielversprechend. Ich gehe auf die Säule hier. Und wenn nicht, haben wir uns ein bisschen umgeschaut. Das ist auch okay. Heute ist mein erster Tag in Natlan. Ja, aber ich bin jetzt gerade ein bisschen vom Weg abgekommen. Da oben, siehst du, da oben ist einer. Das ist jetzt mein Opfer. Mein irgendwas Pullen. Ich weiß, dass man noch mal auf Kachina wechseln kann beim Klettern, aber ich bin zu doof. Ich hätte dann erst einen anderen Charakter benutzen müssen oder so, wa? Dann machen wir nichts, wir klettern halt so. Oh Gott, das wird nie klappen. glaube nicht, dass meine Ausdauer bis da ausreicht. Na, gucken wir mal. Kachina ist so süß, aber ich habe sie nicht mehr so viel gespielt. Doch, reicht. Oh. Alrighty. Jetzt soll ich auf jeden Fall 1000 Mal runterfallen. Ich bin so schlecht in diesem Dino sein. Oh Gott, krieg mal. So, wir kommen jetzt da irgendwie rüber. Na dann. Fangen unten an. Ich habe Hoffnung gehabt, dass ich irgendwo drauf springen kann. Talalala. Guck mal, wie süß ich bin. Ja Gott, ich hasse die Viecher. Also ich hasse sie nicht, ne, aber ich kann nicht mit denen umgehen. Dabei bin ich gar nicht so schlecht in Jump'n'Run. Ich habe immer Yoshi Island gespielt, als ich jung war. Ich weiß trotzdem nicht, wie man das springt von einem der Dinger zum nächsten Mal. Ich krieg das schon irgendwie hin. I believe. Phlogiston. Gott, die können auch nicht schräg laufen. Und jetzt? Wenn ich jetzt switche, lasse ich den dann hier? Oh Gott, oh Gott. Ah! Gutes Dino, gutes Dino. Tja, und jetzt? Einfach in der Taste in der Luft gedrückt halten. Zielen, wo die Reise hingeht. Ah ja. Ich weiß, dass das geht, aber irgendwie bin ich zu dumm. Okay. Warum ist er überhaupt zu steil? Der kann halt nicht viel geradeaus, wa? Gott, oh Gott. Wie soll ich da hochkommen? Da kann man doch nirgendwo hochklettern. Aber der kann ja nicht so quer geradeaus rennen. Und das schafft er vielleicht. Boah! Ich habe geschwitzt, meine Stirn. Okay. Wo ist mir ein bisschen Tuch? Von hier aus geht's darüber. Okay. Oh! Das ist ja abenteuerlich. Die Musik ist mir zu glücklich. Okay, müssen wir von hier aus... Oh. Nein, ist alles gut. Ich krieg das schon hin. Von hier aus müssen wir klettern, oder? Ganz oben am Ballon. Ja, wie kommen wir da hoch? Einmal zur Seite springen? Oh Gott, ich krieg die Krise. Warte mal. Na, ob das klappt. Oh nein! Hier ist gar nichts. Ich wurde betrogen! Hier ist gar nichts, oder? Ganz oben am Ballon. Ich setze mich mal hier hin. Das war wahrscheinlich ein Event, oder? Nein! Aber egal. Das war bestimmt ein Jump-and-Run-Event oder so. Vielleicht. Oder es funktioniert aber nicht hier bei mir. Vielleicht ist es noch nicht gespawnt. Ich verbrenne jetzt den Dino. Er wird jetzt lebendig gekocht. Oh, kann kein Dings benutzen. Okay, schade. Wenn bei dir halt auch unten so ein Dino-Zeichen gespawnt ist, war das vielleicht so eine Dingsbums. Wie nennt man das? Aber spaßig war es trotzdem. Oh, das war stressig. Okidoki. Ja, vielleicht erst nach der Archon-Quest. Die brauche ich für... und dann waren das noch... Davon habe ich nicht genug. Aber die Pfeifen könnten wir hinkriegen. Davon brauche ich auch noch ein bisschen. Dann...
Understood.
Das Level nehme ich noch mit. Ich weiß nicht, das brauche ich gar nicht, noch weiter zu leveln, das benutzt man nicht mal. Ich habe hier noch kein gutes Set, deswegen hat es mir noch halbe. Leider. Aber die ist bald fertig. Na, aber ich habe keinen Bock mehr, das Team zu spielen. Ich will zurück. Wir könnten die eigentlich suchen, diese Viecher. Ich gehe jetzt ein bisschen von den paar von den Abschlachten.
Burst forward.
Witness the power.
Moments of birth.
Let my name echo in song. As a dutiful maid would. I'll catch up.
Liegen einfach 2 Äpfel rum.
Come into being.
Rain outlines your strike a pose. Rain cutter. I must leave no stone unturned. Let the world collide.
Burst forward. Witness my great undertaking.
richtig hinsetzen. Ah, so. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. So, bei den neuen Charakteren von Natlan. Ich habe jetzt bis jetzt. Oh. Naja, gut. Machen wir nicht mehr auf. Es ist einfach so praktisch, mit denen durch die Gegend zu fahren, weil die so schnell sind. Da könnte man sich fast schon dran gewöhnen, dass man immer so schnell von A nach B kommt. Da sind sie. Schnappt sie euch, Tukane. Stirb.
Rain outlines your fate.
Burst forth.
Time to shine.
Feel this ancient power.
Oh, der war nicht so weit.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Live.
Let me weave you a verse. Let the world collide!
Coming to be. Witness my great undertaking.
Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Ich hätte auch gedacht, dass Xilonen eigentlich nicht ein Schwert hat. Ich habe irgendwie erwartet, dass sie was anderes hat. Aber ich weiß nicht warum. Das ist aber nur so ein Eindruck. Ich dachte, vielleicht hat sie also so ein großes Schwert. Ah. Ups, muss der raus.
Rain outlines your fate. Someone needs assistance.
Wieder so ein Incense-Ding. Hallo. Mach ein bisschen Ärger. Ich brauche die Matze auf jeden Fall. Don't point your finger at me. Oh, die Lamas sind so süß. Bleib bloß weg von mir.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Feel this ancient power.
Leave it all to me, as a dutiful maid would.
Entschuldigung, der arme Mann. Der lag zwischen den... So müssen wir lang. Oh. Kein Geld verschmähen. Geronimo! Da oben ist eine Challenge. Die machen wir doch einfach mal, wenn wir mal schon so oben sind. Da unten ist eine Truhe, da ist noch eine Truhe. Naja, gut. Man kann nicht alles machen. Das mache ich irgendwann dann, wenn kein Content mehr da ist. Guten Tag. Oh. Warum ist die Kamera so komisch? Die haben mir 6 Minuten geklaut. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Geronimo, Teil 2. Na toll. Oh. Oh. Darunter, was ist das denn? Uah. Oh. Hab mich nur draufgesetzt. So, okay. So. Muss ich alles sprengen? Muss ich da bei Dino sein? Ich weiß nicht. Ich glaube, ich hätte einfach die Dinger schlecken sollen. Ich habe den Auftrag nicht verstanden. Ups. Sehr witzig. Ein Minispiel. Oh. Wie gesagt, ich kann nicht mit den Dinos umgehen. Das ist für mich ein bisschen awkward. Nein, ich habe nicht getroffen. Autsch. Oh nein, nicht du auch noch. Ich gehe raus hier. Nicht tragbar. Ups. Oh nein! Ich bin ein Tollpatsch.
I wonder if this chest is some kind of trick.
Das ist ein Loch im Boden, das gefällt mir. Ach, ist das wo der neue Boss drin ist? Ja, muss doch sein. Ich hätte gerne einen Teleporter. So, ich glaube, ich mache hier ein Ende vom Stream. Ich werde noch ein paar Materialien sammeln. Aber ein bisschen durch die Gegend rennen. Aber das mache ich dann jetzt außerhalb des Videos. Und ja, Akt 4 mache ich dann demnächst, wenn ich mal wieder Zeit habe. Kann sein, dass ich das auch als Video machen kann. Mal gucken. Wieder ausschalten. Genau, dann würde ich sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Danke für die Begleitung. Ich weiß noch nicht genau, ob... ich warte, bis Citlali jetzt mal rausgekommen ist und zu sehen, was für Skills sie hat, weil es ist cool, dass sie ein Eischarakter ist. Also Kryo habe ich nicht so viele, glaube ich. Und Shenhe kommt scheinbar auch immer nicht mehr zurück. Genau, mal gucken. Also dann bis bald und gute Nacht, ne?